Are you close to lining them up back there with the depth you guys got right now?
Close. No, we just, the good thing that happened was when Doctor went down, Caleb stepped in and played well. He's still got to work on some stuff, especially discipline with his eyes, but, he came in and flew around and was in the right spot most of the time, and that's what you need. I mean, he's on scholarship too, so it's next guy up.
For Doctor, hard-pressed to think the guy who leads the team in tackles more quietly than he has. I mean, can you describe how huge a loss that is for him to go down 6'8"?
Well, it's a big loss just because of his leadership, and then he's a great player. He was playing at probably the highest level he's been at. I mean, just early in the game, he already had 2 tackles and 1 for a loss in about 4 plays. So, I mean, it's a loss, but, we get DJ back, and, we move Cyril down the linebacker. So, I mean, guys just got to step up and do it.
Can you talk about that move? Obviously, he's an athletic kid. What went into that decision?
Just, I've been asking for it for a while, just because he's got that kind of bigger body and he's athletic and he's a guy that kind of what we're looking for in space. And so kind of where we're at linebacker-wise, an opportunity for him to come on the field and help us. And so he's embraced it and he's looking forward to it, and I'm excited about it. He had a good first day today. If he can keep growing, he could help us.
DJ, getting him back, obviously this was the timetable you expected a few weeks ago. How antsy is he, especially given what happened to Doc?
Good. He's ready to go. I mean, he ran around. There was no limitations for him. He's just got to get his wind and learn how to play fast, and the conditioning part of it is what he needs to get back. But as far as his speed and his ability to move, I mean, he's where he was.
He is okay to play on Saturday then? Or
as far as now, yeah, he practiced full today, every rep, and he's ready to go unless some setback happens.
Daryl's out with the concussion. You mentioned the play of Salo. Who is kind of the load falling on for this weekend?
Caleb and Cyril. I mean, those 2 guys are going to have to help us. I mean, and that's why we moved them there, and so they got to keep growing throughout the week and make sure their assignment's sound, and they got the athletic ability to do it. We just got to make sure mentally they're where they need to be.
You mentioned Caleb a little bit. What does he bring to the table? You touched on athletic ability.
He's a little bit bigger body than the rest of our guys, and he's more of a physical presence, so he can bang a little bit more. So he adds a kind of an element that we don't necessarily have outside of DJ. So he's more physical, and he's going to help us this game because Utah's a physical team.
Does he look like he's picked up what he needs to pick up as far as being out there, from what you saw against Hawaii?
Yeah, he executed, and that's always been the thing that's kind of held him back, is the execution of responsibility. And what he did on Saturday was he executed. He still made some mistakes, but for the most part he executed and was where he was supposed to be, which is good to see.
What about Jabril and Scotty from that standpoint in terms of assignments on Saturday? How'd they grade out?
Jabril was solid again. He's where he needs to be, and that's what Jabril has to do, and that's what he's been doing so far this year. Scotty did a good job. He's got to trust that his help is in certain spots, that the play on the quarterback in open field. He's trying to overcompensate and try to run over the top of the guy instead of just chasing the inside hip, knowing he's got an outside backer to the other side of him.
Playing against Travis Wilson, obviously a year under his belt last year, how much improved have you seen him be?
He's a much improved player. I mean, he's throwing the ball better than he did last year, and then he's athletic. So you got to make sure you don't let him get out and run. So again, that discipline in our assignments, whether we're the blitzer or whether we're spying and whatever we're doing, right? Whether it's D-line or us, we got to make sure we're disciplined in our rush lanes and we're disciplined in our assignment on him.
Well, playing against Coach Erickson this first year there, obviously familiar with him. What has he brought to the Utes?
I think he's brought a organization to it, to that offense. They're functioning better, they're smoother, right? They're operating more efficiently. So I think that's probably the biggest thing he's brought to them.
Thanks, Trent. Thank you.